Brainy time, the place for success. 10 signs to know if a girl likes you. Should you make a move? Should you ask her out? Should you ask for a second date? Should you kiss her, or better yet, ask if you can? It can be a tough call to make. As a woman, I know that we're socialized to do a lot of the emotional labor when interacting with a man. We feel like it's our responsibility to make sure his feelings aren't hurt, that we don't reject him too hard, that we make him feel heard, that we acknowledge him and not ignore him. We're taught in all sorts of little ways to be super friendly even when we don't really want to be. We want to be likable, and part of that means making everyone else feel liked. We've all learned how to let a guy down gently and how to avoid making him feel rejected, even when we're rejecting him. We're taught to smile even when we're uncomfortable. So, even though we all give signs when we don't like someone, or don't like them as more than a friend, they're subtle and often get misinterpreted. If you want to know if a girl really likes you or is just being friendly or polite, here are the signs you should look for. Number 1. Her body language is inviting. If she's into you, you'll feel it in the way she positions and moves her body. She'll turn toward you. She'll try to get close to you. She'll try to touch you, even if she makes it look like an accident. Even if a girl wants you to make the first move, she'll do something to nudge you in that direction, like putting her hand next to yours. You'll get lots of eye contact and plenty of smiles from her. She won't be spending her time looking away like she wants an excuse to leave or something better to look at. She'll also be responsive to your body language. If you move and closer to her or touch her, she won't pull away. Though be careful not to overdo this one. Keep it subtle so that she can gently move away without feeling awkward. Number 2. Her smile. A woman who's interested in you will smile a lot. It's one of the easiest things any man can take note of. More than often, she'll crack a smile or let out a laugh even when some of your jokes are less than humorous. Her facial expressions can tell you a lot about her feelings. Just remember, people smile to please other people. If you've ever gone into a bank and watched someone pitched for money, you'll notice something rather odd. In a way, it's almost submission in nature, and screams, "Please, I would very much like your acceptance." You can see and smell the desperation for approval. Number 3. She acts nervous, but in a good way. If she likes you, she won't be able to play it cool when you're around. Your attention makes her blush. She acts a little shy when speaking with you. She laughs at your jokes, even the ones you're pretty sure aren't all that good. She might also seem a little off her game. Sadly, my game is at its best when I care less. I make bold moves because they're fun. I say what comes to my mind instead of second-guessing it. But when I start developing real feelings, I struggle more. I play it safer. If her game isn't at 100%, it's probably because she likes you. She wants to impress you, entice you, and get closer to you, but she's worried she'll mess it up, and that makes her a little too nervous. And if you make her nervous in the wrong way, you'll be able to tell because she won't be engaged. She'll feel like she's trying to close herself off or pull away, not trying to connect with you. Respect that and save your attention for someone who will want and appreciate it. Number 4. She keeps playing with her hair. Ever notice how often a woman who's nervous touches her hair, non-stop? Just twirling it around in her fingers for no apparent reason. In reality, when it comes to dating, that's a great thing, or a clear sign, should I say. When men get anxiety or nervous around a girl they really like, most tend to get sweaty palms, mumble their words, and so forth. For women, playing with their hair is just one of those things. It is a very telling sign and one of the bigger things to know if a girl likes you signs. Of course, it's a two-sided sword. On the one hand, she could really be attracted to you and just feel nervous as most are out on a date. Or, you could be making her feel really uncomfortable with awkwardness. It's best to always assume the first. If you're on a date and she hasn't walked away from the table, you're fine. Number 5. Read her lips. First off, there are tight lips. It's where you make the drawn-out sound while pulling your lips towards your mouth and pressing them together. This can be a sign of either nervous attraction or sexual tension. In any event, it's a good indication to take charge and help relieve some of that tension by making her feel more relaxed. Second, there's lip biting. In a nutshell, more than often, it means a woman is really concentrated or focused on something she desires. Of course, she could also be simply trying to answer a tough question that requires a lot of thought. Regardless, even women know other women bit their lip in order to be sexy around a man of interest. It's a way to flaunt their luscious lips and express some excitement at the same time. Number 6. She's preening and brimping. Having a crush on someone feels really good, usually, anyway, but it does come with a few little uncomfortable feelings. One of them is self-consciousness. When I like someone, I'm highly aware of myself when they're around. I want to make a good impression, I want them to think I'm attractive, so I spend my whole time low-key wondering whether I have any strands of hair sticking out of place, how my shirt looks, and how I'm holding my purse. If she seems to be constantly fussing with her appearance, playing with her hair, adjusting her clothes, and just generally fidgeting, take it as a sign that she likes you and she hopes you like her, too. Number 7. She's creating a connection with you. If she wants to build a connection with you, she'll do it in 2 ways. First, she'll show genuine interest in you. She'll ask a lot of questions to get to know you better. And she won't be shy about going a little deeper than the surface stuff. Second, she'll open up to you. She'll find opportunities to share details about herself and revealing parts of her personality. If you're also asking questions, you'll be learning about each other, getting excited about each other, and getting closer in the process. You should be able to feel that energy between you two. Number 8. She's finding excuses to talk to you. Does it feel like she's initiating contact even when there's no big reason to? If she calls you out of the blue asking for help or advice with something, or you get texts that say things like, "I just saw this meme and it reminded me of what you said the other day. I'm so nervous for my job interview later. Help me keep my mind off it." Or even just, "Hey, I'm bored." It means you're on her mind even when you're not around. This is a tricky one, though. If you know each other well, it could just be regular friendship contact. But if you're just started getting to know each other and you're not that close yet, it could be more. Number 9. She teases you, and it feels good. Playful teasing is something that you do when you're close to someone, but it can also be a shortcut to building that closeness. There's something intimate about it. If she's teasing you, it shows that she's been paying attention to you, wants to make you laugh, maybe even wants to throw you off your game a little to see the real you shine through. It's fun and it's sweet. If she's doing it, there's a good chance it's because she wants to draw you closer. It's got to be gentle, though. She might poke at a few little sore spots, but it should only be by accident and in good spirits. If she's going for the jugular, she might just be cruel or toying with you. Move on and find someone who is ready to treat you better than that. Number 10. She doesn't put up with your bullshit. If you're honest with yourself, you know that you probably have a few bad tendencies. Maybe you're flaky and don't text when you say you would. Maybe you're distracted and inattentive when you spend time with her. Or maybe you sometimes say things that can come across a little disrespectful or rude. If she puts up with that stuff, it's for one of 2 reasons. Either she's a major people pleaser or a bit of a doormat, which is sadly a possibility. If that's the case, don't take advantage of her. Her life is rough enough as it is, or she just doesn't think you two have a long shelf life. She's not going to bother trying to fix you or ask you to shape up if she's not going to be around for the new and improved version of you anyway. If she calls you out when you do something hurtful to her, it's because she wants you guys to work through it and be better together. And if she's called you out before but doesn't bother doing it anymore, she probably lost interest in you as a serious, long-term prospect. Being called out doesn't feel good, but take it positively, because she wouldn't do it if she wasn't into you. Every woman I know plays a delicate game when it comes to showing her interest in a man. She always wants to be polite, friendly, and sweet, sometimes even to guys who are really off-putting to her, or don't make her feel safe. At the same time, she's always mindful of making sure she's not leading anyone on, or sending mixed messages. The wires often get crossed. Sometimes, we try our hardest to keep up that nice front, while telegraphing that we're not into a guy, and he still thinks he has a chance. I try to avoid too much of the men are from Mars, women are from Venus stuff, but it really sometimes feel like guys and girls are speaking different languages. So, consider this video a translation guide. If you're into a girl, look for the signs that I've mentioned to see if she's into you, too. If you're not picking up on these, chances are she's not interested, or just wants to be friends. And friends ain't bad. So, be grateful for her attention, and concentrate your energies on someone who will give you some clear, even if subtle, signs that your efforts might get you somewhere. If you find the video useful, don't forget to smash on the subscribe button, and share it with your friend on social media, and stay tuned on the Brainy Time, the place for success. We love you.